they had jacked up childhoods.
Amen.
That does not excuse them in any way from the acts that they did, the atrocities that they made. And Vince is no exception. I'm not comparing him to those guys in terms of what
Sheesh.
that. I'm just saying, you know, if whatever he is accused of, if in fact he did those things, then he should rot. I have no empathy for him or what have you, at all. But certainly, there's some people who you have to hold accountable for their actions. And again, we'll get into that as the show goes on. But again, I'm always fascinated by how people, especially successful people or famous and infamous people, how they became the people that they are. And a lot of it is just due to circumstances that, as much as we talk about, the perfect or the imperfect homes that we all kind of grew up in, if they were the perfect homes, will we even hear from these people? Will we be the people they are? So sometimes people are just forged, for better, for worse. I mean, we talked about the Mike Tyson fight last week, and as popular as Mike Tyson is, Mike Tyson was forged. You read his background, his biography, the stuff that he had to deal with growing up, Brownsville. If he grew up in a middle class neighborhood or whatever, we never would have heard of Mike Tyson.
That is very
He was
true.
one in a million in terms of bringing together his fears, his rage, his skills, his desire, the opportunity. I mean, you couldn't replicate that. In fact, we've been looking for it ever since. I think that's the reason why you had 60 million people that watched that, is in part because, again, we want to see, or we're asking, who's the next Tyson?